right. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me just now? I'm about to turn on my screen sharing. Give me just a moment here, please. Yes, great. Let's get started here. All right. Let me know when the screen comes up for you guys. If you guys can also please use the chat instead of the Q&A box so we can all see your messages. Okay. Bongani saying finally got you live. Welcome. Welcome, Peter. Good to see some familiar names as well. All right, so to start off, for those of you guys who do not know me, my name is Navin Prithyani from urbanforex.com, senior mentor trader, also CEO of Black Tower Investments in Hong Kong, and Anticipate Don't Participate DMCC in Dubai. Okay, so what we do is we trade. Okay, that's all we do. We trade. So if you do not understand what I am saying, you need to make sure to let me know in the chat. I'm very interactive with you guys. So feel free to reach out and speak to me for anything that you want to ask about. But I will be going through today's topic about looking at market flow. Okay, looking at market flow. All right, so screen visible for all of you guys? Yeah, okay. So I wanted just to remind all of you guys that, FX Street is also having a promotion. These public webinars that I'm doing, I do them once in a while, but then I do come in as a premium speaker where I go a little bit more in depth for a lot of things. So I'm just going to put in the message in for you guys. You guys can get up to 40% off using the Black Friday promotions to become a premium member at FX Street. So thank you again, FX Street, for having me here. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. So earlier today, I traded USD CAD, and we're going to talk a little bit about flow, and I'm going to show you how I did this trade, how much money was made, live, everything, timestamps, you name it, all of that stuff, right? And that's probably why I'm late by a couple of minutes, because I was just closing out this trade not too long ago. All right, so let's get started here. Okay, let me go into our community. Here we go, USD CAD buy. That's the one for today. All right. And here's the last post, getting ready for FX Street webinar. Okay, now, how many guys in this room right now can say you understand trading fully and you are rich beyond everyone's imagination possible? Okay, obviously I'm not going to get a yes in this room, right? However, how many of you guys have the humility and the humbleness to say, I'm here to learn. Let's find out what I don't know. Okay, this is where education begins from, with the acceptance of I need to know more. Right? So we need to get that instilled if you're a student of any way, shape, or form. If you're a developing trader, you need to get that instilled in you, that I need to let go of any hanging on to any ego of I'm a trader, I've been doing this for 3 years, profitable or not, I'm a trader. That's not a good way to learn. The cycle will take longer to break, right? Yeah, so everyone agree here that yes, we're all here with some kind of I don't know, I want to know. Yes? All right. So I'm going to start you guys off with the flow, with a little bit of the basics. We'll go deeper and deeper from the basics into a little bit more elaborate. And then, since this is a public webinar, I won't be able to interact so much because there's a lot more people in here. But in the premium webinars, I'm a little bit more interactive because I can answer questions one by one. But regardless, type in your questions. If I can get to it, I will get to it. It's not something that you have to ask me only at the end. Feel free to ask me anytime. Okay, this is something we do exclusively for FX Street users. We are more than happy to answer any questions. All right. So let's start with some basic knowledge of Forex trading. How many of you guys here are Forex traders? So Peter, Surendran, Yemi. Okay. All right. Any of you guys not Forex traders? Like, let's say you guys are in stocks or futures or crypto. Options. Okay. Mel saying options. Yemi saying FX and futures. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So now that we have a sense of idea of, the type of people in here, I want to show you something that is relevant to all of you guys that you need to be aware of as the very basics of the basics of the basics of the basics that people assume they don't need. Because it's too basic, therefore I don't need to learn it. Basics does not equal money. That's far from the truth. That's far from the truth. And we're going to dive deeper into that today, yeah? We're going to get you out of that little hole to look at it in a different way. So let me get the whiteboard up. Here we go. Okay, where's that? Here we go. All right. I'm going to draw a circle. Let me know when you guys can see the circle. Yes? Okay, perfect. So let's begin. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. I want you to interact with me, and I want you to answer these questions with full honesty with how you believe is the right answer. There is no right or wrong answer per se, but I want you to at least try, and that's how I know I'm going to get you to the other side as quickly as possible. Okay? 60 minutes on the clock. I'm going to give you aha moments every 15 minutes to make sure you walk away from this webinar with actionable things instead of, oh, I sat there for an hour and what was the point? No. It's not one of those things. So mute your cell phones, send the dog to the other room, kids to the other room, spouses, be like, give me 60 minutes. All right, here we go. All right, what do you know about Forex that's different from stocks? Okay. Let's start with this groundwork. I'm not talking about spreads. I'm not talking about 24 hours a day. I'm not talking about you can't go negative. That's the basic stuff the brokers tell you, right? That's the basic stuff the brokers tell you. Asakil, you're asking about if it's recorded. It is recorded. I think you can't hear me saying that, but yes, should be recorded. Bam. Okay, so Surendran Singh, central bank interventions for Forex, liquidity and leverage. Okay. All of that stuff, I get it. I'm going to give you guys an example. Tell me a stock, any one stock that you can think of. Just give me one name. Okay, Apple. Okay, so I see Apple, I see Google. Okay, so let's write down here Apple. Okay, all right, Apple. Now, there's a chart when you turn on your screen and you type in Apple in the stock ticker, and you see the chart and it looks like this. Can Apple stock do this? Is that possible? Absolutely. Can Apple stock then do this? Absolutely. Can Apple stock do this? Absolutely. You know why? Because it's strictly Apple. So if it's good news, if it's positive information that the company is progressing, going in a specific direction is ideal. That's the reason why people, in Forex, the whole nature is, oh, I made 100 pips, look at me. Oh, I made 90 pips, or I made 150 pips, look at me. You want to stay away from all the look at me people, okay? They just need to go to a psychiatrist first. It's like, you want to stay away from all the look at me people, okay? Here's why. I'm going to explain that to you. So when you look at a stock, when a stock rises and flies, that is a normal condition. In the Forex market, you're looking at Euro USD, okay? You guys can see me writing this, right? It's visible still, everything is clear? Euro USD, when it does this, can it do this? It can. Can it do this? It can. And can it do that? It can. What's the difference between these two? 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 . 2 Okay. Surrender, you're saying the on is limited. David, you're saying the other side of the pair. Absolutely. Absolutely. The further this thing goes up as a stock, that is good for the company. No one is hurt. The further this thing goes up, it's good for euro, not for US dollar. You need to understand that logic. So when things go up fast, don't buy. Don't continue to buy thinking it's going to go up forever. It just won't work like that, because the US dollar economy is not going to say, you know what, let Bob and Lisa finish their trade and then we will repair the economy. Have you ever seen that before? Is the Feds basically just sitting there saying, let the traders finish their position first and then we'll fix the economy? No. They're going to step in. They're going to intervene. They're going to do whatever they need to protect their economy. Does that make sense? So far, so good? So a movement of 90, 100, 200 pips in a stock is good job. A movement of 90, 200 pips and someone's boasting about it means, oh, good job this time. You can't do it again, guaranteed. That's the nature you want to bring to the table, because it won't work. So far, so good? Unfortunately, the Forex industry is bombarded with, look how many pips I made. And that's wrong. And that is wrong. You don't want to focus on that, because that is a losing proposition. It is a losing proposition. You cannot have consistency trading like that. So we got the basics out of the way. You guys know the difference between a stock and Forex now. Very basic elements. Yeah, you guys know this difference, right? How many of you guys can say, actually, I never looked at it that way? I'm going to teach you how to look at it now, but this is the very basic fundamentals that people seem to overlook, and they don't take a step back and just think about it, right? Good, good. So a lot of you guys are saying, cool, this is making sense to you. All right, let's take it a step further, shall we? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. So now we're going to focus back on Forex. Yeah, focus back on Forex. And we're going to talk about flow. Talk about flow. All right. Markets are moving in a certain way. They're coming down. Let's call this Euro USD. Okay. Just because it's a pair everyone is familiar with. This could be anything. That's okay. I'm just calling it Euro USD for this particular example. Time frame doesn't matter. It does not matter. I don't want you to be focusing on the time frame. I want you to look at the chart in front of you and understand what is happening. Okay, and understand what is happening. Okay, so it is not about the logic of technical analysis of, you know, give me a 23 point something percent Fibonacci retracement. Give me a 50% Fibonacci retracement. Give me a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, and then I will trade. Give me a bat pattern, cat pattern, dinosaur pattern. No. Do you understand what is happening before you apply a pattern to it? So let's start with that. Let's start with that, okay? To understand the flow of the market, let's start with the three basic elements of trading, okay? I'm going to teach you in this webinar more things that you can probably ever pick up on courses and everything, because this is a special event during a special time of the year. I'm going to make sure you guys walk away with some decent information. So what are the three different types of markets in terms of structure in the markets? We have trending. We have range. And we have channel. Okay? All right. It's very important to know the difference between the three and know when these things will flip back and forth. Okay? Because the way you trade one of them should never be the way you trade that one, should never be the way you trade that one. Okay? Once you identify that very well, you know how to trade it without saying, I need to take it for 90 pips up. That doesn't make any sense, right? There's got to be a logic and a reason to it, okay? All right. So The three different types. I'm going to ask you a simple question here. If I give you a range, okay, if I give you a range that looks like this and you're able to identify it's a range, you're like, okay, that's my range. And then my range has been broken. Okay? My range has been broken. Can you, for a certain guarantee, tell me that a trending market does this, right? Which means the SNRs are always respected. Support and resistance are always respected, and the market continues. It goes up, pulls back a little bit, goes up, pulls back a little bit, goes up. However, a channel is it goes up, pulls back a lot, goes up, pulls back a lot, goes up a little bit higher, pulls back a lot. You see the difference? They look the same direction, but have different characteristics. So can you tell me when this range breaks that this will be a trend or a channel? And how do you know? You see? Right there is the first question that needs to be answered when the market starts to move. Everyone looks at it like jump on, jump on, jump on, because if we don't jump on now, we won't buy our Ferrari and our $1 million mansions and, you know, can't buy diamonds for our spouses, right? So, okay, that's the whole element of what is going to happen next. If next is this, do you feel, uh-oh, I missed it, I should have gotten in? And then if the next is this, uh-oh, I missed it, I should have gotten in? If that is the case, that's a wrong system, a wrong way to trade, okay? So I'm bringing up some basic elements that you have to be aware of is, do you know the difference between these two and when they can occur? And when they can occur, okay? So certain small hacks I'm going to give you today, okay? When a range is broken, so let's say this is your range, okay? When a range is broken, I want you to measure the size of the break compared to the size of the range. Would you say that break is bigger than the range itself? No. If that's the case, this could simply be connected like this, and therefore the same from the bottom identically, saying price might come back to here instead of support resistance and we trying to buy it from there. If you try to buy it from there, it doesn't work, but then it'll come lower and then it goes up. And then what is everyone's state of mind and their Twitter post and Facebook status? I told you it's a buy. Yeah, but you're not in it. I don't care. Right? Isn't that what we all think? It's like, yeah, but you didn't grab it. It's like everyone can just call it. Right? Do you guys agree? Right? So nothing matters if you're not in it, right? Everyone can just say whatever they want because there's only two options, up or down. So you're going to be right. But can you take it? That's the $1 million thing. That's what makes it trading, right? Can you back up your actions, right? So far, so good? Making sense? So does this little part make sense here about how much of a pullback are you going to get? Right? Now, if a person is looking at it as a Fibonacci way, he'll say, oh, that's my 30-something% or 28-something%. That must be a buy. Well, that's not going to work in that particular case. Oh, I knew it was going to come down to 61.8%. Yeah, in this situation. But if the situation was different, 61.8% won't work. You see? So you don't want to be rigid in your system without trying to understand what is the market telling you. Answer that question first before you slap on a strategy on it and force it to work. Make sense? Is the needle ticking to the right direction now? You guys starting to understand that? All strategies, all systems will work at certain points of the time, but do you know when to use them and when not to use them? If you can answer when not to use them, use any strategy. You're going to make it work. You're going to make money off of it. Okay? So you got to learn to read price, not everything around it. Okay? All right. So here we go. Okay? It's to put it into a perspective, it's like you're listening to an agent tell you the markets are going to be good. You have to buy the house now. But you're looking at the property market and you are looking at it like it's going down, but then the agent is telling you, yeah, but you should buy it now. He's making you buy it without you looking directly to the source, because maybe the agent knows better. You need to know better. You need to know better and stop relying on these little gimmicky strategies and systems. You need to know when they will work, when the agent will be right, and when the agent will be wrong. Okay, you got to be smart like that. Okay, all right, so here we go. Let's push it a little bit further. Okay, we got your knowledge up a little bit more. Let's push it further. Let's push it further. Okay, now I'm going to split you guys up in two teams. Ready? Team number 1 and team number 2. I want to get you guys some names here. All right, so let's say Bongai is on team number 1 and Peter is on team number 1. Mel, team number 1. Okay. We got Yemi, team number 2. Surendon. Okay. I won't write the full name. Sorry, just because I'm drawing. And Bruce. All right. So you guys are on two teams. Okay. Team number 1, you will only think of the sell. Team number 2, you will only think of the buy. Fair enough? I want to explain to you the design of what makes the market move. Okay? I'm not talking about when they sell you buy, when they buy you. No. I want you to see it firsthand of the human psychology. So I'm going to put you guys in two teams and you will see it unfold in front of your eyes right here in this webinar. Here we go. So the markets are going sideways. Okay. While the markets are going sideways, Bong, Peter, Mel, Yemi, Suren, Bruce are all like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't like it. All right. These big boys have got information the markets are going to go down. Okay. They've got that information. They've done their research. They're like, all right, let's do this. We're in a range. We'd love to sell from the top of the range. Market, as it comes up, they sell, and the market and the news that they had, the analysis that they got turned out to be correct, and it starts doing this. Let me ask you guys one thing. Yemi, Surin, Bruce, do you want to buy it? No. It's very simple. They don't want to buy it. Okay. Bong, Peter, Mel, how do you feel? You feel great. Fantastic. It's making money. Watch very carefully what I'm about to do. No patterns, no techniques. Here we go. Bong, Peter, Mel, do you feel threatened? Okay, is that a threat to you? You are making money from here to here. So you are making, let's say, $1,000, and now the price is at $970 of profit because it went up a little bit. Are you afraid? Are you going to say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, close it, close it, close it? Are you panicking? No. There is nothing that's going to make that person say, I do not want this sell anymore. Market proceeds to go down. Now the profit has turned into $1,500. Okay? Not as strong as before. That made $1,000. You didn't go to $2,000. It didn't double. It went up a little bit more. Bong, Peter, Mel, how do you feel? Yeah, baby. Let's call up the company. Let's book the helicopters. Let's make sure our name is on the helicopter in gold. Right? Right? But Yemi, Sur, and Bruce, do you want to buy it? No. I don't want to buy that. Are you crazy? Look at the way it's crashing down. I do not want to buy that. There's no way I will ever buy that. Let's take it a step further. It's coming up slowly into support equals resistance. Bong Peter Mill, do you feel threatened? What is the state of your mind right now? Price is back around $1,100 in profit. Okay, Mel is saying, I would look to get out soon. Bongai is saying, I don't know what to do. Notice, and Peter is saying, close it. Okay, so Peter's out, but two are still in it with certain ideas of like, I'm thinking about closing soon, but the way it's coming up doesn't feel threatening considering I also have a support resistance. Let's see what that support resistance does. Maybe he'll push it back down and I'll make $2,000 instead. Okay? Market goes down further, but this time it goes down like this. Now, the price is $2,200. You're in profit. Peter's not in. Mel and Bong, how do you feel? Okay, Mel is saying, personally, I would take profit from here. Bong is saying, getting my Ferrari soon. Okay, so, okay, Mel is also out. Yemi, Surin, Bruce, do you want to buy it? No, it's crashing down. Why would I want to buy it? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, but notice the sellers are starting to disappear. Okay, I just want any of you guys who are not in this team, I want you to observe how the sellers are starting to disappear. It is not a pattern. It is not the distance. It is not how many pips. It is how did it get to this position from where it started. What is that process? Is it smooth? Is it nasty? Is it choppy? Is it troublesome? Psychologically speaking. Do not turn this into a pattern. There are humans trading this. Okay? Read their emotions. Now, let's take it a step further. From this moment on, it does this. Not too much. He doesn't go above here too much. Bong, how do you feel? Bong is like, what? All right, maybe I should sell the Ferrari. I'll just keep the helicopter. Right? Bong is out. Okay. Yemi, Surin, Bruce, do you want to buy it? Okay. No, not yet. Market proceeds further higher because sellers are nowhere to be seen. They're cashing out. The markets push higher. Yemi, Surin, Bruce, do you want to buy it? Now they're getting interested. Okay, Surin, you're saying add a pullback. Okay. So let's say the pullback comes in. Do you want to buy it? Okay. I want you guys all to notice this. The movement for the buy began here, but the crowd gets in much higher. Because before then, they don't know to get in. You know why? Because visually it looks down. So why would anyone buy when it visually looks down? Correct? How do you can't do a Fibonacci off of that thing. It's a downtrend. How do you buy in a downtrend? The Fibonacci says, well, sell again. Support resistance says, sell again. Supply and demand says, sell again. Everyone on the news says the markets are crashing. Sell again. How would you know to buy unless the buy actually shows up? Now that the buy has shown up, Look how high the buy is. Isn't that pretty high, the buy? It's like all of this was missed. So you guys understanding the logic that goes between the two people? Now, could Yemi, Surin, and Bruce gotten a better price knowing when these guys are actually quitting? Do you notice Peter dropped off at this stage? Mel dropped off at this stage. And then Bong, holding on, panicked out at this stage. But was it this design that made them get out? Or was it they were okay here, they were concerned here, and this just put the nail on the coffin, saying, I don't like that anymore. This is called momentum reading. Okay, you're reading the momentum. You're trying to understand what is happening to the sellers so you can get in onto the buys before it becomes obvious. If it becomes obvious, it's too late. How many people do you know now in the world talking about getting into Bitcoin again? Because it's up. Obviously, it must be a good deal. So every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to talk about Bitcoin now, right? Half the stories are going to be, well, I had Bitcoin when it was at 400. I had Bitcoin when it was at 500. I don't care, man. It's like, I don't care. It's like, why are you telling me? Like, are you telling me you're not in it? If you're not in it, don't buy it now. It's too late, right? It's too high. The only people who will buy it is the idea of, well, it should go higher. Buy high to sell higher. Buy higher to sell even higher. Buy higher to sell even higher. That can work in stocks. That can work in cryptos. That is not normal in Forex. You can't buy higher and keep buying it higher and higher and higher. No economy is going to be destroyed for you to make some money. Does that make sense? You got to get that into your head, which means your business needs to be between here and here. That is your area where you got to make your money quickly. So far, so good? All right. I'm gonna push it a little bit further. For sure. Is any of this stuff confusing or not making sense? Let me know. Okay. All good so far? Yeah, Yemi saying all good? Okay. All right. Okay, all good. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Jamie Cruz, you're saying, how can we join Urban Forex? I'll talk about that towards the end. We're also running Black Friday promotions, but at the end, we gotta work on this stuff first. I need you to know what I'm talking about here because I need you to know where the money is actually made. I'm gonna take you to my USD CAD right now. I want to show you my USD CAD on the 4-hour chart. Right? I'm going to show you where I bought from. I want you to tell me who in their right minds buys when the market is crashing. That doesn't sound normal, right? It doesn't sound logical, doesn't it? It's like, wait a minute. I thought we buy when it's up and we sell when it's down. Isn't that normal? But then you're not going to be the first one. Because what is an uptrend? What is the definition of an uptrend? Higher high and higher low. Once this low goes higher and this high goes higher, it is officially an uptrend. So if you wait for that and then you buy it, well, you missed all this and the economy needs to recorrect because it's turn by turn. Okay, it's not stocks, remember, can't go up forever because in stocks, that can happen. That's normal. Not in Forex. Does any of this stuff look like it's going in one direction nonstop for like 300, 400, 500 pips And then the day after, again, 300, 400, 500 pips. The day after, repeat over and over again. That does not happen. And if you keep seeing that, and if you keep trying for that, there is no career in Forex. I don't want to burst anyone's bubble like that. I'm trying to bring you away from that to tell you, but there is a way to do it consistently every single day, rather than waiting for those once in a blue moon home runs, lottery tickets that you can't make a living on. It's just once in a blue moon, and then you'll give it all back anyways. What's the point? Does that make sense? Is it clicking, clicking? Yeah. So Surendran is saying, is it not picking tops and bottoms? So let me show you a couple of these. So this trade particularly here, I took it from the bottom. This is my broker. I use Interactive Broker, so you know I'm not with some nasty MT4 broker. This is the world's largest broker. You can't get in unless you have a minimum $10,000 account, but this is a pro account, right? Minimum $250,000 for that, okay? So 10 standard lots on this. I'm in at the price 30. Stops are at 30 as well. I close this for 2,500 USD, right? $2,500. Show you another trade from yesterday. Okay, this was 24th, so 23rd, CAD yen. CAD yen sell. It's not this one here. Where is the other one? CAD yen sell. So I'm gonna let me show you that one really quick. This one didn't time it right, didn't call it right. A loss of $200. Yeah. Okay, but Euro Aussie 23rd, right? Yesterday, yeah. Euro Aussie. Okay, trade. Look at the design. Look how it's coming down, and I caught it from the bottom, and then I took it all the way up. Okay, this one, $5,000. Okay, similar thing, 10 standard lots, like nothing too big on this one, right? And you guys have seen this. You know, some of you guys who already know me, you guys have come to my Instagram and stuff like that and seen 20, 30 grand trades as well. So what is it? What am I doing different? I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not looking at a certain pattern. I'm not looking at a certain design. It's not about, hey, what are these MAs you have on your chart? Are you using MAs? You can obviously see I'm not following the MAs. I'm going against the MAs actually. Right? So is it starting to click a little bit like, okay, you have my attention. Tell me more. Right? Can we at least get to that level? Right? Consistency is what you want to aim for. You don't want $20,000 once in a month. You want to do that 2,000, 3,000 every day, every other day, and keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. You want the consistency, not the once in a lifetime payout. You don't want that. So far, so good? All right. All right. So I did let go a lot of my profits today to be here with you guys. So make sure you listen. Otherwise, you guys are in trouble. All right. Okay. So back to the screen. I'm going to take you even deeper, even deeper. Ready? How many of you guys buying it? It's been 40 minutes into the webinar. How many of you guys had multiple aha moments so far? Is it making sense the way I'm teaching you, right? That's the whole point. There are many successful traders out there, but can they teach you? Do you understand? I need to know that. That is very important to me. Perfect, perfect. Let's take it further. Let's take it further. We're going to go in a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. Here we go. So now the question is, yeah, but how do you know? Right? Seems to me it's like, Navin, this is a public webinar. Are you really going to spill the beans and give away the good stuff? To be honest, all of my YouTube videos, I give away the good stuff. People still can't do it. I don't know why. It's like, oh, it's free. It must not be good. This is so wrong. It's such a wrong mentality to think. People think expensive equals good. It's not always the case. Not always the case. All right. So how do you grab it? What makes you see a way to grab it? All right. So let's talk about certain elements. First of all, understanding direction. Are we going this way or are we going this way? That's the bottom line. You first got to iron that out. You cannot be wrong about that. You need to know up or down. Then we'll go into when. Okay, we'll go deeper into when. If we get some time, we'll go deeper into that. Right now, the how is first identifying, well, which way we're going to go. Okay, so let's understand one thing. I'm going to show you something here. Market's doing this. 5-minute chart. 60-minute chart. That same spot right here, it's actually there. Is it up or down? Is it a down or is it an up? Let's get this stuff correct first. Okay. Now, all of you guys were saying up, right? Always go with the higher time frame. If I want to give you a shortcut, like there's a lot of factors to it, of course, but I need to get you a shortcut because of the time limitation that we have. If you have to guess higher time frame is up, you do up, period. No questions around it, right? Keep it simple. Up. Next, find out how much up. Has it been going up after this or a range? Then it looks fairly new. Has the up been going up like that? Then it's pretty old. It's very, very old. Remember, if the team one or team two is buying it from here where it started, okay, whatever this thing is, if it started from here, that's the lowest point you see, it's been going up ever since, would you say they're still on it? Or are they, every time it goes further, they're like, start to get rid of it. Start to get rid of it. They're losing more and more buyers. They're losing more and more buyers. You want to think of it in that logical sense. The further it goes, you're losing buyers. Don't buy up there. You need price to try to come back much deeper and try again to go with the up. So let me ask you guys a question. Ready? All right. I'm going to quiz you guys after I do this. So focus, focus. Here we go. Here we go. Range. Market goes up, pulls back a little bit. Market goes up, pulls back nasty, nasty, nasty. Market goes up, smashes down, but it's at support equals resistance. Buy it. It's a nice support equals resistance. It is a 50% Fibonacci retracement of this little fella. I want you to always ask the question, where did it begin? There. It's overextended. Any buy, when he first experiences that, he's like, we just started, let's see how it goes. Oh, it's going great. Come on, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Support resistance holds it and it goes further. Oh, phew, phew. And then it smashes down on them. You're not picking up on those readings. You got to pick up on that. Human psychology at play on those who are already in the buy. So if you want to buy it now, just think who's buying it with you. All the big boys are starting to step away. Although this is an ideal spot as a pattern to buy support and resistance, do not touch it. No, 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 no can do. Here we go. Next one. Boom, 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 boom. And then it rockets up. Okay. Starts to pull back in. Support resistance. Buy it. Do it. Do it. Okay. You see the difference between the two. This can be the same, like, oh, it's the same 50% retracement or whatnot. Yeah. But the story and logic is different. Does that make sense? So don't just get stuck on a pattern saying, yeah, you see the 50% work. Yeah, but it didn't work here. It's not going to work there ever. Okay, so you can't say because it worked once, it'll always work. No, 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 no. That's a strategy. That's a pattern. Never get stuck on a pattern. Okay, so let's take it further. Here we go. Have you seen the markets ever do this? It goes up, up, up. And then it looks like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, okay, I guess the up is over. It must be a down. Then it starts doing this. And then when you look at it from far away, like away from your monitor, you're like, oh yeah, overall it's an upturn. I can see it. Have you seen that before? It's just like one big channel being developed or something like that. You've seen that, right? So what is this weird deep pullback that comes in? It's because no one is buying it anymore. It needs to refresh, basically. So it pulls back, pulls back. So this pullback, 50% deeper, yeah, good luck. It's not going to work. 61.8%. Maybe. Okay. You got to time it. You got to look at how these sellers are thinking. If the sellers are looking to get out, then yeah, do the buy. If not, well, then do the next buy. Make sense? So don't get into things once it's out of bounds. So this thing does this now. Let's say it goes like this. And you're like, okay, he's come very deep into this support resistance, right, right along the alley of this down lower part of the channel. Can I do this buy? It looks like it's a downtrend, right? I love these. Do that buy. Do that buy. No one knows about it. It's like the world is trying to sell, but whoever's professional sold up here anyways, and they're looking to get out. It's not slamming down where I'm buying it from a slam down. It's walking down slowly. That means it's scaring people along the way. Whoever already sold. I like that. Good. Let them freak out. The more they freak out, the more this or something like that happens on them. Buy it from here. And once it goes up and it becomes obvious for people, then all the public that runs saying, me too, I want to buy it, I want to buy it. Then you as a pro can say, I can sell it to you because I don't want it. You can take my risk. Thank you. And you dump it onto them because they don't know what they're doing and they're saying, I have to buy this. Can't you see it's an uptrend? But you're already done by then. You're not trying to buy higher to take it even higher. That's the wrong way to trade Forex. Not stocks, Forex. Do you understand the logic now? So if it's obvious in Forex, you cannot trade it. That means if you catch yourself buying it at certain areas that doesn't look obvious, you're probably doing the right thing. You're probably doing the right thing. Making sense? Yes? No? All good? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's take it a step further. Let's take it a step further. Okay, here we go. So market moves up certain ways. Okay, and you're looking at the pullback. You're like, the pullback's coming in. Looks like a nice SNR area. You're like, I don't want it. It's too high. He's too high up in the sky. I don't want that. I don't care if it's for this guy. I don't care if it's 61.8% retracement. It started here. I don't want that little thing. Come back deeper. Make people sell first. And then it comes back deeper. And you're like, okay, good, good, good. He's coming to that support resistance. Okay, I'm interested in buying it, but I have to think like a seller first. Is my seller panicking? No, he's actually very happy. Not here, not here. Come on, stand by, stand by. Whoa. Okay, I think my sellers are panicking now. Oh yeah, I can see them really, really stressed out now. And whatever level you can find here, and you're like, okay, okay, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get ready to get in. Get me a higher low. See? What's the sign of an uptrend? Higher high, higher low? No one's thinking about buying yet. But when this thing does this, the first movement flies fast. Subsequent movements go slower because the pros are getting out. Whoever bought from there. But when it's visible, they see how many people love to buy it up in these areas, and they're like, cool. Now my $1 billion that I have for a buy, but all these people want $100 buys. That's okay, but at least there's a lot of them. I can slowly sell it to them. That's why it slows down here. And then it comes back deeper again. That's why it slows down, because they're selling slowly. They're chipping away and saying, come on, I can't sell $1 billion to everybody all at one shot. So, all right, send me all the $100 people. Sell to them one by one. Come on, come on. I got to get rid of this position, while the public is saying, oh my goodness, if I do not buy it now, I'm never going to make any money. I have to buy here because now it's an uptrend. You see? Aha moments? Clicking? Is it making sense to you guys? Now when you see certain things happen in the market and people are like, all right, cool. You see the support resistance? We're going to buy that. Yeah, I like support and resistance just like the next guy, but not that one. Now you understand? There's a difference between all the support and resistance. They're not all made equally. But yes, it is a support resistance, but it's not the one we like. Cool, right? And yet so simple. This is why what I meant by, you know how important the basics are? And the funny part is, YouTube is full of weird information that one guy copies the next guy and he repeats it, acting like a mentor. And then that guy copies another guy. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like a virus. It spreads faster than COVID. You know, it's horrible. It's horrible. So you want to step it up. You want to step it up. You want to be smarter so you don't fall into, you know, the traditional speaking of 95% and 5, right? So I want to basically tell you guys this one thing that I always tell my students is, if you want to make more money than a doctor, a pilot, okay, and a lawyer combined as a trader, you want to make more money than these guys, then don't forget how much work these guys put in. So as a trader who generally makes more money than all of these guys is not going to have it easy where it's like, oh, you know, when it goes up, you hit a button and then you make millions. And then when it goes down, you hit a button and then you make millions. Come on, these guys will all become traders then, right? They would all become traders. They'd be like, why do I study for 8 years? All I have to do is press a button and don't use my brain at all. No, no, no. You got to step it up a little bit. How many guys can say you understood everything I've explained today? And it wasn't difficult. Like, you've understood it. You can see where the problems are actually. You can see where maybe even in your own trading, you're like, you know what? I've been doing that messiness. Now I see where the problem is. If you can understand this, then you are automatically the 5%. You know why? Because 95% of the people don't even want to do this. They're so lazy. They're like, I don't want to do this. Just tell me, is it a buy? Is it a sell? You guys do managed accounts? Can I just give you the money? Can you trade for me? It's like, yeah, just it's like I don't know what to say. It's like I can't help you, man. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't want to put in the work, then it's you know, you shouldn't be trading. It's not like I can't help you. No one can help you, you know? So don't be that guy. You know, if you understood everything today, then your brain works. Use it more. You can really do well in this market. Really, really well. Okay? All right, guys. So To end off, I also want to say, because this is an FX Street webinar, we have special Black Friday rates going on as well to join Urban Forex for our training as well. So I'm going to type it into the webinar. It is urbanforex.com/FX Street. Okay, /FX Street. So you guys can pick up special Black Friday rates to join Urban Forex, to pick up our courses and learn in the right way, in the right direction to start this career. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be easy, but I will do everything in my power to make sure it is easy. All of the stuff that you've understood today is because the way I'm explaining it, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Okay, as easy as possible. If not, we're always an email away for support. Okay, and again, I'm also here monthly with FX Street as well. If unfortunately, you're not joining in at Urban Forex, not to worry. I'm always here at FX Street once every month as well on premium webinars. So I'll see you guys in there as well. All right, guys, thanks a lot. That's it for now. Until next time.